Yeah, we got the baby.
It's just whining.
Yeah, let's give it a moment. Hey, so we figured we would talk a little bit about getting your kids to take bottles, and we brought in the resident expert right here. Jackson's helping us today. And,
He's got some good tips for you guys.
He's got some great tips. Why it's so important is because that's where mommy especially gets freedom. So if the baby doesn't take a bottle, that means the first year of their life, you can't really do anything. So
Mom's pretty much attached for the first year when you're nursing, and so it's hard if the baby won't take anything.
Or going on a trip is out of the question without, again, without the baby, or even for dad to help during the night or anything. You can't do that.
So the main thing that we always did was starting them super early. And I think even in the hospital, the nurses would always say, like, don't give them a bottle, don't give them a passy, whatever. We always had the best luck when we started bottles and passies in the first week of their life. That way they just get accustomed to the different feel. And then we would regularly, like once a week, try to give them a bottle, even if I was around, just so they got used to that feeling.
We've had our kids that would take it and then they stopped or whatever, and so we just wrote down a few things that have helped us that we've tried whenever one of our kids wouldn't take a bottle anymore. It's like a process of elimination to see what the problem is, but trying a different kind, a different brand of bottle. I know for him we used a different brand than the rest of them because when Sawyer came along, he didn't like that.
He liked something different.
Yeah, he didn't like the feel or whatever it was. I don't know. But that was something. Another thing was even different kind of formula. He just stopped taking a bottle a couple months ago, at like 10 months old. And I think it's the formula. If he was a little younger, we would probably buy some more formula, but it's super expensive, so we just figured we just keep him on
I
solids.
had to quit nursing, and then so we just bought a random formula, and then he just was not a fan of it. Another thing that we always had to pay attention to was the temperature of the bottle. One of ours was super, super picky with the temperature, and he would only take it if it was like scalding hot. You would think, surely this is gonna burn him, but it was the only way he would take it, and he would just guzzle it down. So, and even we would have to like reheat it halfway through sometimes because it would take so long to eat, and then he would just get uninterested.
Yeah, and sometimes you might want to like let them try it for a few meals to see if they just aren't hungry enough. Try it for lunch and then try it again, a few hours later, just to see if they'll take it and get a taste of it and realize, oh, this is actually milk. I like it still. Also, you could have somebody else try to give them a bottle. So sometimes if she can't get them to take a bottle, maybe I'll try. Or if I can't, maybe she'll try, and just again trying to figure out why they don't take it.
Sometimes it's better when it's not mom, because I'm still holding him, they smell me, and they're thinking like, okay, this is not what I'm used to. So it happened a lot of times that it was better with him or with a sitter or something else.
Another thing that we had to figure out as we went is, as you have more kids, how quickly they eat changes. So for him, our oldest, when he was a newborn baby, it took him like an hour to breastfeed. And for him, how long was that?
I had to time him and not let him go like more than 6 minutes, or he would overeat. And so going from an hour to 6 minutes, 4 kids later, they gradually get quicker and quicker.
Yeah. Where that kind of makes a difference for bottles too is there are different levels for the tips of the bottles. Once we got past the first one, we actually had to just go past the number one. We couldn't even use number one because, again, he's used to eating at a rate of 1 hour and he's in a few minutes. So he would get frustrated if he had a level 1 on the
then it would take
bottle,
him
or level 2 even. So we had to just keep going.
I think they only go up to level 3, and even with that, he got frustrated. And there's tricks you can do to kind of like make the hole bigger on the tip and everything. So we had to do that a couple times.
And if your babies are too whiny and you're trying to do some, you just probably put them to bed or feed them or give them some toys or let some of your kids play with them.
That's true. You're really good at playing with Merritt when mommy's busy, right?
That's a good point.
You're a good big brother.
We don't have it all figured out. Like we said, he doesn't even take a bottle now, and we'd like him to. He's a little older.
But he's at that age where it's not like super important.
It's not as
I
big a
just
deal.
make sure he gets a lot of water. So
yeah, when it's younger, it makes more of a difference. But we love to hear some of your suggestions or tips that you've used, especially as they get older, how they could keep taking a bottle or how they took a bottle. Jackson, you got anything else to close us with?
I don't think so.
Okay.